Following their inability to update voters' register, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in Edo State has apologized to the citizens of the state, especially those who turned 18 this year, for not being able to participate in the September 19 governorship election in the state. Timidi Wariowe, head of Department, Voters Education and Publicity, handed down the apology on behalf of INEC at event put in place by the Center for Democracy and Development (CDD) to interact with the civil society organizations and INEC in Benin. Timidi said the decision to have disenfranchised them was not deliberate or to undermine them, but to prevent the spread of the novel coronavirus, and that they should bear with the commission. Because of COVID-19, the commission was not able to conduct what we call continuous voters registration. We have already made preparations. Memos were raised on at least 3 weeks or 4 weeks for voters registration to capture those people that didn't register in the last exercise and also those who have turned 18. He said, I think 2018 was when we did the last exercise, and maybe other segments of people that could not register for one reason or the other. But because of COVID-19, the commission sat down and took a second look at that and came up with the conclusion that it is not possible to go on to conduct the continuous voters registration and distribution of voters cards. The idea is that we have a constitutional duty to perform, which is the governorship election, because if we don't conduct the governorship election, there is going to be a constitutional crisis. A whole lot of people raised eyebrows because of this, and we agree with them, because it is a way of disenfranchising so many people, especially those that turned 18 in the last exercise. So we really sympathize with them, and we also want to let the people know that we are doing this in the interest of the Edo people, because in every time we are doing election, we give our time 2-3 weeks to conduct voter registration. So it is not done to undermine the people of Edo, but it was clearly because of COVID-19, he explained in details. Speaking on the essence of the event, Senior Program Officer, Center for Democracy and Development, Mr. Austin Aibe, said as the Edo State governorship election draws near, it is important for the actors in the forthcoming election to speak peace and embrace peace before and after the election in the state. You know, the problem with these people, now they are apologizing because those who have turned 18, okay, in the last whatever, and those who have turned 18 between that 2016 and now, they can't even do their, according to what they are saying, because of a coronavirus. That's why they cannot embark on the registration, voters registration. You see, the reason why they are telling the president to sign this, what do they call, electronic voting. He said the other time in 2019 that it was so close when they put it before him, and we know that all was just lies, just because they knew quite all right, if we go electronic, they might not win. Because you know what is happening in what is it called, in the north. We saw it. It is a known it's an obvious fact that these people use underage children to do all this voting. Okay, they've been able to sign that into law. At least if we are doing most of the things electronically, because when you talk about all this whether social media or all this internet, whatever, Nigeria has already grown more than that, but they don't want to do it because people would have just gone online to register. What will it take them? But because they know, they just want the crude way of doing things. They want crude way of doing things. Apart from those who are not able to register, for them to be able to vote. Even in voting processes, we are not supposed to be going out from places to places. That is what really encourages a ballot box snatching. Let us go electronically. But if they want to wire money abroad, even it's been a long time they've been doing it, they want to wire money abroad across, they will do it. They know how to do it perfectly well. They know how to do it perfectly well. Why is it that this issue of electronic voting or registration, they don't want it. That's why we don't even have database. They don't want us to have a comprehensive database. All of them, they are just rigmaroling, moving around circles, because they know that with that, to a very large extent, we know that even at that, if they still want to go and play some kind of a prompts, they will still do it, but at least to a very large extent, it will be minimal. It will be minimal. They are telling them they should not it is not a deliberate act. Okay, now that proposal, or I don't know what they call it, they have given it to the president for him to be able to sign. Whether it is a bid for him to sign it. He said it was too close to election in 2019. Since 2019, we are now in 2020. What stops them? And we've been having election here and there. Kogi had their own election in September or November last year or so. Bayelsa and Kogi State. It's not enough for the president to sign it into law. When it gets to 2023, people will not be, those who are always agitating for that should start agitating for that now, because not that when it is maybe 3 months or 1 month or 2 months to 2023 election, they will not want to bring that issue up. Of course, like people said, what they submitted, the proposal or the bill that has been submitted to the president is still with him. So why can't he sign it? At least he has 4 years from 2019 to 2023 for him to be able to sign it. 1 year, over 1 year now. He cannot still sign it, because they know that they know what they do with it, and you are now apologizing. That means it will still reduce people who have interest to vote. Of course, even those who have the voters card in the recent, they might not even be able to vote, but at least by and large, give and take, some people will still go there and do their voting. But some people who have that mind to vote, but because they don't even have what it takes to vote in the first place, they can't even go. So you can just talk, and there's nothing you can do about it. What have they been doing? If that is why we don't really plan. We are not proactive. We are always reactive to things. When things happen, that is when they will not be running a task. But when they want to do their budgeting, they want to do all those things, they will start doing it before time. They will start doing it. What stops us from having a biometric database in this country? What stops us? This issue of a COVID-19, do you know that it's affected this issue of a palliative giving or palliative sharing? They don't even know those who they are giving. They're just giving anybody. They will give few individuals and they will tell you that they have done this, they have done that. It's unfortunate. Now you are apologizing. What are you apologizing for? Well, I think this is where rigging begins. Of course, opportunity for them. Opportunity for them. But it goes beyond this, whether they register to vote or not. But the idea of let us have electronic voting, you can stay at the comfort of your house and do your voting to avoid all this stress. Because even with this crude way of voting, going to the ballot, whatever, going to the polling units, it's even risky. It will even reduce that. But these people, because of that, I don't just understand. Look at all of them. They are not even looking. In fact, it's very unfortunate. See all of them. They don't even have peace. They just want to acquire on the sweat of the masses. I don't just understand what they do. What they think. Wickedness, greed is just what is just bothering them, and that is their problem. They will not be proactive. Now, since 2019, now the president is not enough for him to sign. Up till now, he has not signed that. He has not signed it into law. This electronic voting, he has not signed it into law. What is he waiting for? Is this not a plot to rig the election? Of course, yes. What do you expect? What do you expect? What do people expect? So, guys, let's hear your opinion. Leave your comment below and let's have your take.